Pre-eclampsia is a condition that women develop during pregnancy and is characterized by high blood pressure, fluid retention, and protein in the urine. Pre-eclampsia creates many complications, including increased risk of preterm birth, perinatal death, and intrauterine growth restriction. For the woman, it also increases the likelihood of having cardiovascular or cerebrovascular events. Pre-eclampsia is the leading cause of perinatal and maternal mortality and morbidity worldwide. It is estimated to affect 2 to 8% of pregnancies and to be the cause of 10 to 15% of maternal deaths around the world. This Video Journal Club is a summary of the research paper, Maternal Vitamin D Deficiency Increases the Risk of Pre-eclampsia, which was published in the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism in 2007. The paper overall aimed to study the effect of vitamin D status had on the risk of developing pre-eclampsia. They assessed this in 2 ways. The first way was to measure the vitamin D levels of mothers and see if it had a correlation with pre-eclampsia. Secondly, it aimed to measure whether the vitamin D levels of the fetus was affected in pre-eclamptic mothers. It was hypothesized that vitamin D has a direct influence on the molecular pathways which are important in the pathogenesis of pre-eclampsia, and that vitamin D deficiency may increase the risk of developing pre-eclampsia. The research paper is a nested case control study which followed pregnant women from less than 16 weeks gestation to delivery. A total of 2,211 women were enrolled in the study. Each participant had an interview which collected data on their socio-demographics, medical history, and health behaviours. Each woman had one serum sample collected before 22 weeks gestation, just before the delivery serum sample, and one after delivery. Of the women enrolled, 55 developed pre-eclampsia. The blood serum results of these women were compared to the 220 control women who did not develop pre-eclampsia. The study found that vitamin D levels of women who developed pre-eclampsia were 15% lower than women who did not develop it. Vitamin D deficiency at less than 22 weeks gestation was more common in women who later developed pre-eclampsia than women who did not develop pre-eclampsia. Newborns of pre-eclamptic mothers were also twice as likely to have a lower vitamin D concentration in their serum. There are a few limitations to the study which need to be considered. Firstly, that different women of different races were not well represented in the study, which limited the ability to find a connection between vitamin D deficiency and pre-eclampsia in different races. There was also no data on what multivitamins women were taking and whether they contained vitamin D. The results of this study suggest that maternal vitamin D deficiency may be an independent risk factor for pre-eclampsia. If this is confirmed, then pre-eclampsia must be added to the list of adverse health consequences associated with maternal vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D supplementation in early pregnancy should also be explored as a safe and effective means of preventing pre-eclampsia and increasing the health of the baby.